自少卿真远道之女甄嬛，年17。
臣女甄嬛参见皇上太后，愿皇上太后万福金安。
抬起头来。
Hi everyone, welcome back to our third episode. My name is Angel and
I'm Kathy. If you're a first-time listener, you're listening to a podcast that brings you the true idea about C-dramas. So in each week, we're going to pick you one drama, and then we'll talk about that drama and then the social background stories behind that.
So, as we already have 2 episodes before, so what do you think about the first 2 episodes, Kathy?
I think there were so many things that we could improve from them. First of all, I think I just needed to sleep for listening to it. Maybe we should shorten the episodes. What do you think?
When I listened to it, I was like, oh, that's so long. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So maybe we could do 30 minutes in each episode?
Yeah, let's do that.
And I thought we had too many hums and pauses, even though you did a great job on cutting them off. So I think if we both work on this, it will be so much easier for you to edit them, and then it will sound so much natural.
True. Oh my god, I have no life on audio editing. There's so many gosh.
Thank you so much for that. You did a great job. Yeah, I'll try to not to have so many these kind of things. So as we've discussed, from this week on, we're going to split one drama into 2 episodes. In the first episode, we'll share the main plots, the main characters, and the highlights of the drama. And then the social background stories, like the social points, we'll leave them to the second episode. Like, we'll have them in a separate episode.
Yes, splitting it. So, from the opening scenario, you probably know that we are talking about the palace drama in this episode.
Oh, a palace drama.
An Asian time palace drama.
So in this week, we picked the most iconic palace drama. It's called Empresses in the Palace, or what's the second name?
The Legend of Zhenhuan. So Zhenhuan is the girl's name, the main character's name.
Yeah, we will repeat this name numerous times in later episodes. It is probably the most well-known C-dramas overseas, and also loved by Chinese audience
all over the world.
I think so.
So, what is this drama talking about?
So it's pretty complicated. I'm not sure if I can present it well. So Zhenhuan is a naive and a smart girl. She believes and is waiting for true love to shed her life, like all the Disney princesses. It's like Xiangqin from It Started With the Kiss.
After experience a series of things, grow up into a cold, powerful, empty inside Empress mother.
Oh, wow. That's a big change.
It is.
So what happened?
There was lots of up and downs in Zhenhuan's life.
How did she start with this?
She entered the palace from a selection of the empress.
Yeah? And did she get that?
Yes, of course. She's beautiful, she's innocent, and she looks like the emperor's first wife when the emperor was a prince, his first wife.
Ah, it looks like Zhenhuan.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the emperor's first queen died because of pregnancy.
Oh, right, yeah. When the first empress is giving her birth, she died of accident.
Yeah. The emperor just cannot forget the first empress, and then Zhenhuan show up from the concubine selection.
Of course, I think she's gonna stand out.
But she didn't stand out at the first. So when she first entered the palace, she didn't want to serve the emperor.
For the first night.
Because Zhenhuan didn't want to.
It was the second visit that
yeah.
the Zhenhuan finally serves him.
She becomes quite popular among the concubines, and then the other concubines, they hated her.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the reason.
Yeah, she gets the love. I think the emperor only have one portion of love. It can't be divided into 365 pieces.
Well, even he can, the jealousy of women.
Of course. And for a period of time, the emperor is like quite devoted to Zhenhuan, because Zhenhuan is like so attractive.
Clever. She's quite different.
And it reminds him of his first love.
And then, because Zhenhuan gets Emperor's favor, the other concubines try lots of things to get her down, use their little tricks. However, Zhenhuan's smartness wins her the royal fondness.
So smart. So what kind of tricks were there?
They try to make Zhenhuan rude in front of the empresses and the emperor.
Oh yeah?
Like they put herbal medicine, Chinese herbal medicines.
Yeah.
Yeah, in her room, in her food. Normal people cannot notice because like little tiny amount of the potion.
Yeah. And then that little amount could actually slowly cause her miscarriage in the future.
And also makes her lose her mind. Zhenhuan has a family friend. He's a doctor called Dr. Wen. He is a royal doctor serving emperors from generation. He find it out for Zhenhuan.
That stops Zhenhuan from keep using it.
Being Zhenhuan pregnant, there was a concubine called Hua Fei. So Fei's concubine. Hua Fei made Zhenhuan lost her baby.
She's so powerful.
Yeah, because she's on the top of Zhenhuan.
That's so evil.
But Hua Fei's action could not cause Zhenhuan lose her baby. There's other tricks from another attendant.
Consort Hua, she actually attempted. Doesn't matter if she succeeded or not, she attempted to do that.
Yeah, because she hated Zhenhuan.
And what happened to Consort Hua?
So she died eventually.
Zhenhuan,
There's a part of her revenge.
Yeah, and then what happened after her death?
After Consort Hua's death, Zhenhuan find out that the emperor doesn't really care about her. She's just a person who instead of the first queen.
She's just a copy of the first queen.
Yeah, a copy.
She doesn't feel her uniqueness or her special place in emperor.
The emperor was angry as well.
Why?
Because he's the emperor. He couldn't let one of his women angry about what he's doing.
But he's the emperor. He can do literally everything.
Yeah, so the emperor punished Zhenhuan, become a monk.
A monk?
Yeah, a monk in a temple.
What?
Outside of the Forbidden City.
Oh, okay.
And Zhenhuan had a hard time in that temple.
I'm sure that's pretty hard.
She almost died in that temple. The other monks in the temple were so cruel to her.
Yeah, she was a formal concubine from the palace.
But now she's kind of nothing, so they just treat her like a servant.
That's so sad. Poor Zhenhuan. And these people are just like, they are not really friends with you, but they're friends with your rank, with your power.
Yeah, even the monk.
Yeah, so sad. When you think monks should be, they shouldn't think about these things. They should be kind to people because they're religious. That's what they believe. Maybe it's not the reality.
Well, they're still human.
You're right.
And then she finds her second love.
Oh?
So she in love with the emperor's brother. So he's a prince.
A prince? So she thinks it's not enough to just have emperor. Oh wait, no, she doesn't have the emperor because she obviously got exiled to the temple.
As the emperor, he got lots of brothers and sisters.
That's a big royal family.
So the emperor was the 4th and the 17th prince.
17? Oh, so many.
So there's a big difference on age.
True, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, so why would Zhenhuan love an old man?
It's like her grandpa, her 爷爷.
Yeah.
So old. Zhenhuan, I think Zhenhuan is in the age of the 17th prince.
Yeah, they were about the same age. Yes.
Yeah, they were quite young. And Zhenhuan becomes the wife of her 爷爷.
It sounds like that. Yeah. And then Zhenhuan get pregnant again and is the 17th prince baby.
What? So, no, she didn't get a baby with the emperor, but the 17th prince.
Yeah, because 17th prince is young, energetic.
Oh, energetic. Stop it.
The emperor is getting old.
Did the emperor know about it?
He didn't, but in order to let the baby survive, Zhenhuan chose to go back to the palace using a little trick to get the emperor visit the temple.
Oh, so it looks like that baby is from the emperor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Again, she is smart.
She is. And the reason why she didn't go with the 17th prince because the emperor sent the 17th prince into a war. Zhenhuan was not sure if he's alive.
Poor him.
Yeah, so Zhenhuan had no choice because she cannot just give birth to a baby come from nowhere in the temple.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to have these kind of things in the temple. You have to be self-disciplined. You have to be. There are so many strict rules about going into the temple, being a monk.
Yeah, and especially she was the empress wife.
True. So what happens when she go back to her palace?
She completely changed the attitude.
The attitude towards the emperor.
Because she truly loved the emperor before she went to the temple, but now she doesn't like him anymore. But she needs to fake that she likes him.
So she can have the baby pretending that the baby is from him. Genius.
And then she ready to kill the emperor because the emperor is getting old.
So did she kill the emperor in the end?
Yes, she did.
What about the empress? Because I remember she had a significant role in that drama as well.
So the empress, she get grounded.
So what do you mean by getting grounded? How can you get grounded in a huge palace?
For the empress, it's quite different, but if you get punished in the palace, there is always a place to go, which is called the doghouse.
In the drama, they call it the cult palace.
Cult palace, yes.
So what is a cult palace?
So a cult palace is the place where you put concubines or the servants from the palace. So you punish them in the cult palace.
Yeah.
You don't get food. Well, you get food, but you don't get proper food from the cult palace. They choose to suicide in the cult palace because they find the contrast. Like yesterday, you were using gold, gems, and blah blah blah, and the other day you get punished into the doghouse. You just ate bugs.
Yeah, it's so contrasted between a queen of the palace and then a normal girl in a cult palace. Yeah, and another thing that I just thought of is like it's super humiliating for these concubines to stay in cult palace. You know, sometimes maybe the emperor wouldn't visit you, but other concubines maybe, you know, when they get bored, they will come to you and like, ha ha ha, you're in a cult palace and look at me. I get these little golds and I look at what I've got, this, that, and then how many times the emperor come to me.
Maybe that lady was your enemy before and she might be under you, and now she coming to the doghouse to laugh at you.
She become on the top of you. So it's super humiliating. So I think that's why many choose to suicide. So after she defeats Consort Hua and the Empress, she literally just became unstoppable in her palace. She literally can do everything that she wants to do. So, and then she becomes the mother of the next son. Like in this drama, she even appointed the emperor. From an innocent girl with full of kindness, she becomes the most successful, also the most cynical or delusion concubine ever. Although she is like the winner of everything, she could also be like the loser of this massive Fido royal fountains.
She lost her babies. Her best friend died. Her loved one died. The number 17 prince, he died because the emperor
doesn't really have her love, emotions, or friendships anymore. All she has in her elderly time was the title and the power. In the drama, she was like lonely and then don't have a friend. She died alone.
She just became a symbol of the country, the mother of the emperor, and that's it.
She was so tired from all the fights between the concubines in her elderly time. She couldn't be bothered of those things anymore. So, Ija, why did we pick this drama?
Because it's so classic. Everyone in China know about this drama, and they talk a lot about this drama.
Yeah. You know how famous is House of Cards in America? This is how famous in China. This is how Legend of Zhenhuan is famous in China. So some people will say the Legend of Zhenhuan is actually the Chinese cultured version of the House of Cards. So I thought that's pretty interesting.
And also in this drama, the decorations and the using of clothes are pretty close to the history. They actually borrow the head decoration of Huafei. Insurance was like millions, so they have to protect the head decoration really careful.
Really? And they used on Hua, they didn't use on Zhenhuan?
Well, Huafei is the lady who's really showing off.
So we highly recommend this drama because if you haven't watched any palace dramas before, this could be your first one to start off because it walks you through the ranks of concubines, the rules of harem etiquette, and the role of eunuchs. Just like what Ijo said, it respects the history as much as possible. So yeah, it's pretty sad. So in this episode, we've talked about the plots, and then we've kind of briefly introduced the main characters. And what are we going to do in our next episode?
So in next episode, we will talk about the structure of the palace, and then we will talk about the eunuchs in the palace. So it's quite unique in China. You got those servants.
Oh yeah. So we will talk about the male slaves. They are quite interesting. That's the favorite part that I'm looking forward to.
And then we are going to talk about the transition from the power to love.
Like in detail, we're going to explain how did Zhenhuan transferred from a girl with innocence and then to a lady's just like Snow White stepmother, wearing black, having so many evil thoughts.
And we can also tell you that why the concubines, they become green tea girls, or they have no choice to survive in the palace.
Yeah. So in next episode we will cover some of the true history about Chinese Qing Palace. So please stay tuned.
Please. And we'll see you in next episode.
Bye.
See ya.
西西，哎，我累了，扶我去睡会儿。